Welcome to A Double
and
Dice
with your host Kim
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage,
Pull up a comfy chair,
because we are ready to roll.
Welcome to episode 48 of A Double and Dice, and today we have something very, very exciting to share. It's a double excitement.
A double excitement.
Oh my gosh, lots of excitements.
It's really exciting.
Yes, but we're going to keep them in suspense.
Yeah, absolutely we are. Because first we're going to go into the dice bag, right, Kim?
Yes, we are. We're going to dive into the dice bag first. So
and then we're going to come back.
Yes.
And we're going to blow your minds.
Yes.
We're so excited. We're so excited for this episode. We can't even tell you. But first, let's talk about the dice bag in last week's episode, or last time's episode. So we heard from everyone's fave hero, Donnie, on
the YouTubes,
where we always hear from Donnie, which is fantastic. And we can tell that Kim put him into my show notes because it's in dark mode.
Yes, I like dark mode.
I only like dark mode on Discord. But
really?
yeah, I don't like it on anything else. Except maybe Google Maps at nighttime when it changes automatically to dark mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I like my YouTube on light mode. Anyway, we're off track. And we are here to talk about everyone's fave hero Donnie's comment about our episode 47, where we talked about Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, imagine being able to put batarang throwing on your resume next to some of those degrees. And I'm like, that is really interesting. Because she's like,
I have a PhD in this, this and this and this. Oh, and batarang.
Yeah, and I can throw a batarang. Like, isn't that awesome? That'd be so freaking cool. So I like that you thought about that, Donnie, because it's something that made me think. I didn't think of that. I like it. He says that he loves the Bab Super Rare. It's so fun, and he's also used the one that protects the masks on a mask based team. It's pretty solid, and I'm like, yeah, I can see that. That's totally good. We didn't hear from anybody else in any of the other usual places, like through Discord or through direct message through Discord or email. However, we did have quite a good conversation going on our Discord channel. So if you are not currently a member of the dmNorthTV Discord channel, Kim's going to drop a link to that in the show notes. And we'd encourage you to join the conversation there. And we're seeing a lot of the conversation shift into that A Double and Dice podcast chat channel on our dmNorthTV Discord. So there was a good chat there. We heard from Red Mage, who you might know from the interwebs. He's got a lot of knowledge about comic books. And he was able to let us know that when we said, it's sad that Barbara Gordon's mom left when she was a young teen. And her brother was just a normal guy. It turns out
he's not so normal.
Not so normal. He's apparently a psychopathic serial killer, and that's why Barbara's mom left the family when she did. So as we have never portrayed ourselves as experts, we do appreciate Red Mage coming forward and sharing that tidbit of information. I found it really overwhelming to research Batgirl not knowing a lot about DC Comics, because there's so much, and some of the characters we've done on our series so far have been maybe lesser known or are newer characters in the grand scheme of comics. So there's not as much to pull from. And it was easier when we were doing our research to sort of narrow in on the pieces that were relevant or the things that we liked about it. And with Batgirl, there was just so much that it was just a breadth and width of knowledge. And it was really hard for me to sort of narrow that down and say, what is relevant?
I think that's because she probably had so much going on too. I mean, from Oracle and then Batgirl, or Batgirl to Oracle, or whatever situation it was, and then all the other stuff she did. I think she has a lot of background.
She was Batgirl for a very long time.
Yeah, she has a lot of stuff.
There's a lot in there, and not knowing what is really the most relevant pieces made it a little bit more challenging. And I think as we get into other female characters in Dice Masters, we may need to lean on knowledge of people like Red Mage, or like Andy May, who has offered up his X-Men knowledge for us, and bring on maybe some special guests to talk about some of these characters when the time comes. What do you think, Kim?
Oh yeah, that might be a good.
There was also a good conversation on the Discord about the Batgirl cards and a crazy combo that Matt came across once upon a time. So I would encourage everyone to go and check that out and join the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Now, are we ready?
I don't know. Have we hyped it up enough?
Are we excited?
I'm excited. Are you excited? Listeners,
I'm
are you
excited.
excited for this? We're so excited. Are we overhyping it? Okay, it's not really that. Is it really that good?
I don't know. We'll
It's
let them
that
tell
good.
us. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, so is it time?
Yeah, it's time.
Okay. We are super excited to let you know that we have received official news from WizKids. And our friends at WizKids have let us know that the boat race has come to a close. And it's the boat race. And Dark Phoenix Saga is going to be the next set that is releasing. It will be the first set to release in 2022.
Early 2022, sometime within the first quarter.
We don't have a date yet, but we do know that Dark Phoenix has won the boat race, and Dark Phoenix will be the next set that is coming out. So we're really, I'm really excited.
I'm semi. You know me. I was looking forward to Kryptonite, but
yeah, you're a DC fan, right?
Yes. Yep.
And this is more Avengers people, X-Men people.
Avengers.
I don't know why I said Avengers. I'm thinking about HeroClix because the next HeroClix set that's due out like any minute now is Avengers.
I think this is mostly X-Men.
I think you're right. And we just had X-Men, right? We had the X-Men Forever campaign box and the Dark X-Men team pack. And previous to that, we had the super awesome X-Men First Class Gravity Feed.
Wasn't there another team pack too?
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was called. There was Dark X-Men. Oh, X-Force. Yes. Uncanny X-Force. So there's been lots of X-Men, and we're going to get some more X-Men, which I think is why, Kim, you're a little bit less excited.
Yes.
About this. And there's fewer DC sets, so when they come around, it's exciting, right? Because there's a lot less of them than there are of the Marvel sets. Correct. But I'm excited because I like X-Men and I like new product, and I can't wait to get my hands on some draft packs. And it really didn't matter to me which one it was. So if I was coming to you saying, guess what, Kryptonite Crisis is next, I would be just as excited as I am right now. Because I want new product.
Double excited if it was Kryptonite.
I want new product. So that is the first surprise that we have.
Yes. That's the singular. Now for the double part.
That's the first double?
That was the first double. The double excitement.
It was the single double, and this is the double. All right. Are we ready?
We're ready.
In addition to knowing that Dark Phoenix is the next set coming for Dice Masters in early 2022. WizKids has exclusively revealed to us 4 cards.
Not 1, not 2, not 3.
A double. 2 plus 2.
Look at that.
4. 4 cards for us to share with you, previously unreleased spoilers, and we are going to go through them with you today.
Yay!
I am super excited to be sharing these cards with you. And what we will let you know right now is that at the end of you listening to this podcast, I guess you could stop right now and go read about them. We're going to post an article on dmNorthTV, dm-north.com with the spoilers in it the same day that this podcast drops. So that's December 13th, 2021. So there will be an article posted at some point today if you're listening to the podcast the day it comes out. If you're listening to it after, then the article will already be there with all of the spoiler images and our thoughts on these cards.
Yep.
So really excited. Super excited. 4 cards. Kim, where are we starting?
We're starting with a common card. One of my favorite characters. And if you don't know that by now, then I don't know. But we're going to talk about Gambit to begin with.
Nice.
So this is the common version of Gambit called Ace in the Hole, which is actually a reprint. For those who know, back in the day, AVX being the first set that came out, One of my favorite sets, the only one I ever completed. um, this is a reprint, exactly the same, pretty much everything. So it's a 3-cost mask, X-Men affiliated, and his stats. I couldn't remember the name there. Dice stats
That's
is
because you're
a
so
one.
excited, Kim.
I know it's a 111, 122, and a 244. So it's actually exactly the same as the AVX set.
And he
for Gambit.
has 2 single bursts on his level 1 and his level 2.
Yeah. So his ability reads, when fielded, you may draw and roll a die. And if he lands on one of those asterisks, so it's a level 1 or level 2 face, instead draw 2 dice, roll 1, and return the other to your bag.
And he's a mask character.
And he's a masked character.
So you could pair him with Babs.
Pretty much.
Except that wouldn't be modern. So I do not have the AVX set. I have very few cards. I have the starter, and that might be it. So I don't even know if I have a Gambit. And I really like this. I like that it's a 3-cost mask, which is an easy purchase, easy first turn purchase if you go first or second. And I like the ramp mechanic that's built in. When fielded, draw and roll a die. The only thing about him that I'm not super cool with is his fielding costs. So 112, I mean, you don't really want him on level 3 because you want to cycle him because he's when fielded. And the defense is 1 and 2 on levels 1 and 2, and it's a lot easier to KO that than the 4/4.
Yeah.
And you don't. I like that cool effect that he has on the burst face, where you get to draw 2 and decide which one you're going to roll. Because there's nothing worse than having an ability like this and drawing a die, and you're like, I didn't want that die right now. That's not the one I wanted.
That if you wanted it, it actually rolls because you only get one chance of rolling it.
Exactly. So it gives you that better chance of rolling the die you want if that's the case.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. So his picture and everything is the same. So people may have seen them posted on what is it, Brit Roller site, all the spoilers and stuff like that. So
BritRoller6.com?
Yeah. That's it. So because I know all the characters are there, but these ones have not been spoiled yet, these cards. So
that's right.
Yep.
So what do you think about Gambit, Kim? I know you said he's a reprint and you have him from AVX.
Yeah. I don't know if I would ever really use this Gambit. I mean, I'm not really into the draw and then roll and kind of mechanics of that. I don't know. I would have to like go back and review his other cards to see, but yeah, it's okay for me.
I think it would be really useful in a draft format.
Yeah.
So maybe less important in a constructed team, but definitely important in draft because it's hard in draft sometimes to either find a win con or find your ramp mechanic and your churn mechanic, and this is built in.
And I mean, he is going to be easy to KO if he does have a level 3. We do have modern stuff that can KO, or probably just one card and maybe another one coming. That can KO. So you can KO him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So that's Gambit. Let us know what you think of Gambit, Ace in the Hole. Are you happy about the reprint? Are you sad about the reprint? I think the art is different, Kim, if I recall correctly.
Yes, it's more realistic.
I like the art on this card. I love talking about podcasts on a podcast about art that you can absolutely see. I think it'll look super cool in foil, the way the art is, and you'll see that when you take a look at the card in the article. And the die looks like it's like a hot pink, which is super cool.
Yeah. So. I know dye colors on cards is different than the actual, so I'm hoping it actually is hot pink.
I guess we will see.
His old one was like a brownie looking color with hot pink. Like the lettering was hot pink, but this one looks like it's all hot pink. So
I have a newer Gambit from HeroClix. He's a super rare, and he has this like super cool bright pink something. I don't really know what it is. I think it's supposed to represent him in the cards, you know, where he's playing with the cards.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what it's supposed to represent. it's super cool. Like, it's one of the coolest pieces I've ever seen out of HeroClix. And if it's that color, I would totally be on board with that.
Well, we'll
So,
find out.
we will. Moving on to card number 2.
Moving on.
Card
Are
number
you
2
doing this
is an
one? Am I doing
uncommon
this one?
card. I'll do this
Sorry.
one.
All right.
This is a green stripe, uncommon, and it is Emma Frost, Manipulative. She is a 5-cost shield with the Hellfire Club affiliation, and her stats are 135, 146, 257. So those are the same stats on the most recent Emma die that we have.
Yep.
Again, super cool artwork on this one. And her ability reads, when Emma Frost is active, at the start of your opponent's attack step, re-roll target character die they control. That's super cool.
Well, Emma Frost is active at the start of your opponent's attack step. Reroll target character die they control. So do you have to pick the target before they attack?
Well, that's what I was wondering. So I was thinking about this, and I was thinking that we're going to need to pull out the rulebook. So I'm going to pull up the X-Men Forever rulebook. That's the one that I typically use when I am searching for things, because it's the most recent comprehensive one. So I'm just going to pull that up for the turn order.
Yeah, because it says at the start of your opponent's attack step. So it's when they pretty much declare an attack step, I assume.
So the question becomes, where does this come in the order? Is it before your opponent declares their when attacks abilities? So, for example, would Super Rare Spider-Man Forever, or not Super Rare, Rare Spider-Man Forever, Spider-Man Public Menace, which says when he attacks, you can spin target character die to, or you must spin target character die to an energy phase of your choice. Would that trigger before Emma? So that's what we have to decide. So it's at the start of your opponent's attack step. So this is going to be one I think that's going to need a little bit of rules lawyering from our rules lawyer friends on the interwebs. So I have the turn order up. So when we get into the details of the turn order, we go to attack step. Here it is. The attack step happens in a stricter order than the main step does. Follow these steps in this order. Any or all of your fielded character dice can attack. Move these character dice into the attack zone. After you declare all attackers, you will apply any effects that happen due to characters attacking. These when attacks abilities will trigger for each applicable die. You choose the order to apply these effects. Your opponents may have abilities that trigger when they are attacked. These will take place after all of your effects, and your opponent will choose the order of their own abilities. So that's the answer right there. So if you attack with a Rare Spider-Man Forever, Kim, then you would get to spin down a die first, so you could conceivably spin down in my Emma, if that was the case. And then she would no longer be active, so her effect would not trigger, right?
So wait, when do you name the target though?
At the start of your opponent's attack step.
So then before you declare attackers, I'll be like, I choose Spider-Man. And then you attack with Spider-Man, but then he's got to get re-roll. So technically his ability won't go off.
I think we're going to have to think about this one.
Yeah.
This one's
going to be a lot of different ordering of how things are going to happen.
Yeah, so I think we have to look at, because it says at the start of your opponent's attack step. So this may actually preempt the ruling here in the rulebook, because the rulebook says your opponent may have abilities that trigger when they are attacked, but this is the start of the opponent's attack step. So
it's when they declare it. Like, I'm going to attack now.
We're going to reach out to our WizKids spoiler fairies and see if we can get clarification on this one. And in the meantime, we will let the internet debate.
Yes.
Okay. And we'll see if we can get clarification for this by the time the article goes out. But if not, then when we hear back, we will definitely let you know. I think it's really cool. I think if you get to do it before, which is
Mhm.
the way I'm leaning right now, because it says at the start of your opponent's attack step, which almost seems like it's jumping this queue, then you could have them re-roll that Spider-Man, for example,
Yeah.
or anything with a win attacks, or anything that is causing you problems, whether that's a what am I thinking of? Like a blob, not blob. I guess there is still technically a blob that's modern legal.
Yeah. I don't know
Drax,
how well he is. Yeah. Typhoid
Drax,
Marys.
the pacifist, or Typhoid Mary, red rubber boots. The Drax, which prevents you from purchasing or fielding a die. The Typhoid Mary, which ignores the text on a die. You could choose one of those and have your opponent re-roll it. So if it does happen before your opponent's win attacks abilities, that makes this card extra powerful.
Yeah.
It is a 5 cost, so that is a little bit harder to reach for,
It
but not.
balances it out though. If it's that
Yeah.
strong of a card, that'll balance it out, right? The cost.
Well, I mean, it's no Becky Lynch made in Ireland.
Just for the global. Um, yeah, so it's pretty cool. I never really typically couldn't say that word. Ever looked at an Emma Frost card before? To
You've
be
never played
honest,
Emma?
no.
I like the
Uh,
Emmas in the X-Men Forever box.
I I think I've been played against, like one person played one of them against me, and it was pretty good, but I can't remember off my head what it was. But yeah, I
It
don't think
just
I've ever put it on a team.
it might not be your playstyle.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe because she's a Hellfire, right? So maybe I may have put it on a Hellfire team, but I never actually purchased it. So
Yeah, one of hers is a Hellfire and a villain,
and the
and
other
then
one are
there's
X-Men, right?
yeah, there's X-Men ones as well.
Yep, yep. So yeah, cool card, cool art.
Really cool art. Again, WizKids is really knocking it out of the park with the artwork they're choosing. And if the Infinity Gauntlet foiled collection is anything to say about what's coming down the pipeline, I think these are going to look amazing in foils.
Hmm.
Shall you take
Cool.
us to card number 3, Kim?
Card number 3 is a rare version of Rogue. Unity Squad. She's a 4-cost mask, has the X-Men affiliated on it. Her stats on her dice are a 1, 2, 3, a 2, 4, 5, and a 2, 5, 6, which I think is the same as
I
her
believe that's
past
the same
ones.
as her X-Men Forever.
Yeah. Her ability reads, while Rogue is active, your X-Men character dice costs 1 less to field. And she also has a keyword on here, Team Watch. Rogue gets +2A.
We haven't
So
seen Team
Team
Watch in a
Watch,
while.
yeah, yeah, it's been on a few cards, right? It's actually been around, I think. It's
Yeah,
just not on
Team Watch
much
has been
cards.
around. I'm looking
Yeah.
at Team Watch right now. There's 20 cards with Team Watch. But looks like the most recent set it was in was Green Arrow and the Flash, so it
Oh,
hasn't been
really? So we're
modern for
going.
a while.
Yeah. Okay. So it's been a while. Team Watch, for all those who don't know, when a character with Team Watch is active and you field another character die with the same affiliation, use their Team Watch ability.
So by affiliation, it means another X-Man.
Yes. Yeah. So and then she'll gain a +2A for that.
So you pair her with Gambit,
Mm-hmm.
and then Gambit is 0/0/1 to field, and then Rogue gets +2 attack, which means instead of being a 2/4/5, she becomes a 4/6/7.
Mm,
And you
pretty
get to
hefty.
draw and roll a die, which maybe will roll on an energy face that creates a buff global, maybe? Who knows?
Yep. And she's a mask. You can make her cheap with Asuka.
That's right. You can make
She could be a
Gambit cheap with
2 cost.
Asuka. Gambit could be a 1 cost with
Yep.
Asuka.
Yep. So yeah, there's a lot going on with masks there. So
Some good
um
mask synergy.
yeah, I mean she'll definitely help with fielding X-Men, right? Like so your Gambit could be a 0/0/1
Yeah.
fielding instead of his 1/1/2. So yeah, I
Didn't I
mean
just say that?
I don't know. Did you say that? I don't
It's
know.
okay. We're both thinking the same way. The only thing about her is that
Yeah.
she's a 4 cost.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got good stats.
Yeah.
The fielding costs on level 2 and level 3 are a bit ouchy with the 2. But if you get one of her active, then future versions of her would also be reduced fielding cost. It does not say other X character dice. It's
Hmm.
your X character dice. So that would include herself if you fielded future versions of her. So that's pretty cool. And there's a pretty good stat. So if you can get her Overcrush, because like there's no way to give someone Overcrush in this set, Kim. Mr.
Oh,
Sinister.
absolutely not.
Global ability. Overcrush at the global ability level.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's super cool. I like it. Again, artwork gorgeous. I think that's
As Mr.
Gambit in the
Gambit. Yep.
background. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, 2 cards with Gambit on them, Kim.
I know. My goodness.
Do you think there'll be other cards with Gambit? Maybe there'll be Gambit on some basic actions.
That would be nice.
I'm gonna have to find some Gambit-y type fabric for you, aren't I?
You probably have to. Which means I'm gonna have to make a Gambit like playmat.
Oh, the horror, Kim. All
Oh
of the
my
work
gosh.
that's gonna go into this. Oh my gosh.
I'll say this right now. I think the most thing I'm looking forward to in this set is Gambit. And it will be really super awesome if I do get all foils on him. So
yeah. Well, maybe ourselves and the community can help make that happen.
Yep.
Because Gambit is Kim's favorite X-Man.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, not bad. Again, I don't know. I'll probably more use her for stats.
Stats are good.
Yeah, she would be perfect on Orbital Strike, with those stats.
I like that whole fielding gives her a buff, plus she makes the other ones less to field. It seems like very themey. It seems like there's a lot of synergy in this set for affiliation and teams. That's just the feeling I'm getting from these spoilers that we were so kindly given.
Yep. All right. Last but not least.
Well, we've had a common, an uncommon, a rare. So what am I spoiling now, Kim?
A red stripe.
It's a super rare.
Woo woo.
So this super rare is a 4-cost bolt with the X-Men affiliation, and it is Iceman. His subtitle is Xavier's Dream, and he has the founder keyword. So let's stop talking about Iceman for a minute and talk about founder, because founder is a new keyword. Right, Kim?
That's correct.
So founder, we learned a little bit about founder from the Ministry of Dice. Britt Roller 6 has put up a blog post about it, which for some reason it is not letting me open the silly link. Why does it do this to me, Kim?
I don't know. Links don't like Jocelyn, supposedly.
They don't like me today. All right. So now, as we know, we've been waiting for Dark Phoenix for a long time. It was supposed to come out much sooner. It was supposed to come out in 2021. So this article about Founder that Chris put up on the BrittRoller6.com blog, it actually came out over a year ago in September of 2020. However, the information in it is still relevant. So that's what we're going to talk about. So the founder keyword identifies one of Xavier's original students from the very first lineup of X-Men. It carries no specific effect on its own. It's just an identifier, but there are bonuses and effects that will happen when characters with the founder keyword work together. So the way I sort of equate this in my brain is I think about the keyword awaken. So awaken has a specific, each awaken effect is different, but it has a specific trigger. The trigger is when a character die spins up a level. Right? So spin up a level and do a damage. Spin up a level and reroll target character die. But the awaken effect is related to the spinning up of a die, and then the actual effect of that awaken is unique per character. So founder is similar in that way, in that founder is going to trigger when something else with the founder happens. Right?
Example.
You with me? Okay. So, example. So, we're going to take a look at some of the examples that Chris had put forth at the time that this article came out when we had spoilers previously. So, we have Beast First Class, 3-cost Fist with the X-Men affiliation. He is a founder, and his effect is, while Beast is active, when a character with the founder keyword attacks, prep a die from your bag. So Beast is active, he has the founder keyword, another founder keyword attacks. It could be himself or another version of him. It's a character die with founder, so it could be himself or another founder. Then you get to prep a die from your bag. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay, here's another example. Cyclops First Class. He is the founder keyword. While Cyclops is active, when you field a character die with founder, deal 2 damage to target character die.
So you can make a founder team.
Yep. So you've got a founder active. When another one with active, in this case, is fielded, or when it attacks. So again, the trigger is something with founder, but the actual effect is different, and how the effect is triggered is different. So it could be when attacks, it could be when fielded. Who knows what else could be coming up, right? So there's one here, Angel, Jean Grey's School. When Angel is active, other character dice with founder get +1 attack. So there's again, the founder is a trigger, it's a teamy type thing. What happens is based on the card text.
Yeah.
Okay. So what were we talking about, Kim?
Iceman. He also has another ability to founder.
Yeah, he does. Founder is just his keyword.
Yep.
So his ability actually does not have a founder trigger. His ability is, while you have a sidekick die active, Iceman's A is equal to his D. So if you remember the Iceman die from the X-Men Forever campaign box and or team pack, whichever one he came from, you'll remember that he's got a pretty big defense, and he was kind of popular because that Iceman had a pretty cool direct damage effect during the attack step. So his stats are 124, 136, 146. So love the fielding cost. I love the 1 across the board. You pair him with our good friend Rogue, and he's free to field on all of the sides. And his defense will become, or sorry, his attack will become equal to his defense when there's a sidekick active. Just a sidekick. That's all you need.
Easy enough.
So instead of being a 2-3-4, he would be a 4-6-6. Did we not just talk about a global in this set that makes things have overcrush?
Yeah. I'm like actually kind of surprised he has such good stats. Like, I mean, wouldn't think
he's
he
always
would,
had those stats.
But yeah.
So we've got 3 X-Men and a Hellfire Club. We have a common, an uncommon, a rare, and a super rare. I'm really excited.
His art actually is really nice.
Again, the foil is going to be crazy. And well, he's a super rare, so he'll only come in foil.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have now confirmed really that Iceman is a super rare.
Yes.
Has a super rare, which we did not know before.
Yeah.
So really excited. Really excited about these cards. Which one do you like best, Kim?
The Emma one is interesting.
Yeah. You're attracted to the 5-cost shield.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure to
Becky.
wait. I only play Becky just for the global.
Only for the global.
Yeah. Emma, and then the Iceman's interesting.
The Iceman is interesting. I don't feel like it's a win condition all on its own, but maybe once we know a little bit more about all the founders. And there is a lot of spoilers out there. There's been a lot of spoilers provided for this set because, as we know, we've been waiting for it for a very long time. And we just didn't expect it to take this long because there was this global pandemic thing that's still happening. But with all of that said, if you want to go and check out the spoilers, we highly recommend the BritRoller 6 blog, BritRoller6.com. There is a button at the top for unreleased set spoilers, and you can take a look at all the spoilers that have been released for this set so far and read through all of the card text. And maybe you can come up with a founder team.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe there's a super awesome founder synergy with this Iceman that we haven't identified yet because we haven't read all of the spoilers.
Yeah. We try not to.
I like to be surprised when I open the
Mm-hmm.
packs. Like I obviously can't be always surprised because it's hard to stay away from all the spoilers, but I try not to think about them too much until
Mm-hmm.
they're in my hand.
Yeah.
That's kind of my focus. So, but yeah, I think all of them are super cool. We want to put a huge thanks out to Sabrina at WizKids. She's the one that sent us these cards to share with you. And as far as the abilities go on these cards, I'm excited about the Gambit. Again, I didn't realize it was a reprint because I didn't have AVX, but I still think that's going to be super cool in draft. I'm going to be looking for that one. I like the Rogue as well.
Hmm. We went the different ones. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, you went with Emma and Iceman, but I went with Rogue and Gambit. So, but I like all of them. I can't wait to
Mm-hmm.
play with all of them. I'm looking forward to it. It would be really great to get that Iceman super rare. I think it would be awesome to have. Um, with all of that said, yeah, I think they're all really great cards, and that is what we have for you today.
So was it exciting? We hope
I
so.
was I hope so. I'm excited.
And I'm very excited to see what people come up with that Emma Frost in our channel conversation. So
Yeah, and I am going to, as I mentioned, reach back out to Sabrina at WizKids and try and get some clarification. But I do think after reading the card text and reading the rulebook, the detailed portion of the turn order in the rulebook, I do think Emma would trigger before your opponent's win attacks because it's at the start of your opponent's attack step.
yeah, so nothing's attacked yet.
So, yeah. When the opponent moves to the attack step before he or she declares attackers, that is when it might happen. So we'll get clarification on that, hopefully. And in the meantime, let's hear what you have to say. So, where can you join the conversation, Kim? You can join the conversation lots of places. You can go to our website, dm-north.com, and comment on our episode post. You can send us an email at tripledpodcast@dm-north.com. You can send myself or Kim direct messages on Discord. Kim is at SuperK, and I am JoceStitch. That's JOCE Stitch. You can join the dmNorthTV Discord channel and join the conversation in the A Double Double and Dice podcast chat. You can comment on any of the places we post our episodes. So we are on Twitter and Facebook as dmNorthTV. We usually post on Reddit. We're also on Instagram, and I think that might be all the places.
And
Did I miss
YouTubes.
any, Kim? Oh, yeah. And then you can also go onto the YouTube. So you've got youtube.com/dmNorthTV. And you can also follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/dmNorthTV. Kim and I would like to wish you and yours a very happy holiday season. This is our last episode coming out before Christmas, which is the holiday that Kim and I both celebrate. We know there's lots of holidays in December, so whatever you celebrate, we're wishing you all the best for your holiday season. And we will be back before the end of the year with our final episode of 2021, so stay tuned for that. So until next time, on A Double Double and Dice.
Double Double and Dice are really nice. They are part of DM North, even though they get cold, they still roll. Every month at the Dice Social, there ain't nothing online that's as good a time as losing life to an orbital strike. If they use Becky Lynch, it'll be a cinch because, oh, hey, it's just for the global. I promise, it's just for the global. I won't buy it.